Hey guys, how's it going? So today's video, I'm going to talk about iOS 14, the elephant in the room. We all know that, unless you're hiding under a rock, that after iOS 14.5 was released, your results went down with paid traffic, with Facebook ads, and whether you're an online marketer, you own a brand, or you're just in the space running Facebook ads and other types of online paid traffic, whether that's Google, YouTube, etc., things have changed. So this video is going to be for those that are wondering what happened, what kind of problems did it cause, and how can you go out there and actually crush it right now? Because we are actually seeing good results for our clients, and you can as well, but you're going to have to take a different approach. So let's dive right into it. All right. April 26, 2021, Apple released iOS 14.5 update. This turned off IDFA, which is, there's a unique identifier for advertisers by default. So now, if a user wants to have that on, they have to go individually turn that on, and we know they're not going to do that. So this is what they're seeing. This is what pops up. You've probably all seen this, and yeah, that's what's happening now. So what problems did this cause? Let's just dive right into it and try to make this a little bigger. So we have three main areas. First one is targeting, right? 90% of people, and I apologize here, I'm trying to make this bigger. Okay. 90% of users are opting out of tracking. So that means you only have 10% left that have actually elected, to click allow right here. What does this mean? This means that your targeting is not as effective as it used to be. For instance, if you were running a lookalike based off of a pixel conversion, right? Meaning people who bought something. You want to then target people that you want to target those people, or you want to target people that look like those customers. That data is going to be less effective because you're only getting about 10-15% of people that elected to be tracked. So that's a big issue. What else did it cause? What other problems? So now we have reporting. Another big issue. So Facebook used to, and this is a quote from a Bloomberg article, Facebook used to translate 95% accuracy of sales from their dashboard, from Business Manager, to Shopify. So whatever you'd see on Shopify, you'd see 95% of that on Facebook's dashboard. Now it's about 55%. Some clients I've seen like 20%, depending on what it is. So it's very difficult to measure how well your campaigns are doing and how profitable they are when you don't get that reporting. And the irony right now is that Facebook's entire ecosystem is down. WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, everything's not working. And it's been like that for the last 3 hours, which isn't good. So I can't show you guys some of that stuff. So that's number two. And then the third thing is optimization. And this is more the internal structure of Facebook itself. They're getting because fewer people are electing to be tracked, you're getting fewer data points for the same amount of ad spend, meaning the same amount of money you're spending. And this leads to slower optimization of your campaigns. So it's just on all three fronts, you're seeing more difficult, it's more expensive to get that data, and it's less effective. Okay, that's the negative. Let's get that out of the way. How can you succeed? Because you can. Number one, okay, let's move this over, is you have to have a structured testing strategy. You can't just do fly-by-night. Oh, I saw this here. Let me try this. Let me try this guy's strategy. Let me try that guy's strategy. No. I don't care whose strategy you pick. Pick one and stick to it. Okay. For instance, if you want to run $10 ad sets and kill when your cost of acquisition is above your break-even cost, do that. Whatever. We have our own proven strategy here at Market Boost that we use for our clients, and it works, and it's very methodical. And I'll cover that in other videos, or I will. But you have to have a proven strategy, or else you're just going to be blowing money, because now more than ever, again, it takes more money to get data like you used to before. So you can't afford to be wasting money, unless you're a huge brand, in which case you're probably not watching this. but maybe you are, and this will help you. So that's number one. Number two, now, and number 2 and 3, they tie together, but now more than ever, your creatives and your ad angles, you have to test both of those. And it's important that you become an expert marketer. See, what happened before is you used to get people that were relying on their Facebook strategy and they could somehow make things work with Facebook. Those days are gone because targeting has become more difficult, and now your message and the way you advertise, the way you capture people has to be strong. You can't get away with ineffective, tactics and just trying to game the system and use some sort of techniques that used to work on Facebook ads or any paid traffic for that matter. So let's start with creatives. If you haven't used this tool, so this is Facebook's ad library. This, and I can't show you guys this, I'm sorry, because it's still down. Let's just see. Yeah, it's still down. But follow this URL. Go find your top 3, 5, 10 competitors. Type in their name into that when it's up and running, hopefully in the next day or two, and look at what they're running. What kind of campaigns are they running? What kind of creatives are they using? Okay, so let's go through all the creative types you can run. The obvious ones, right? You have video ads, you have image ads, you have carousels. Now, within the image ads, you can do just lifestyle photos, you can do promotions. There's just different types that maybe just can, right? Just show your product, you could show a customer, you could show a testimonial, etc. Going to video, which is a lot more dynamic, you can do user-generated content, or UGC as they term it. So you could use an app like Bilio, and I'll put that here. www.bilio. If you don't have a huge budget, you don't have a huge production budget, go to bilio.com. Sorry, Bilio app. Okay? And you can get cheap UGC here. Now, is this going to look super authentic? Probably not, but it's still better than nothing. Or have your customers send in UGC and give them an incentive. Say you're doing a giveaway. But whatever that is, make sure you get that content because it does work really well, especially when you're targeting lookalikes that are based off of social engagers, or you're targeting your social engagement channels, which I'll get into later. But anyone's sort of familiar or heard of your brand or the middle of funnel, they would love to see other testimonials because they just haven't decided to buy yet, but they know about you. Moving on, you could have product unboxings. Again, that's kind of UGC. You can do reviews, you can do lifestyle video, and you can just create different types of video like still image live action videos that are now popular, and I unfortunately can't show that because it's down, but you get the hint. Just test tons and tons of different types of creatives. If you had that one ad before that worked and now isn't, well, you got to go back to the drawing board. And tied into that is ad angles. And what I mean by that is what's your pitch? How are you promoting your product? Are you saying that it's better than your competitors? Are you telling a story? Maybe your product solves a problem. So in that case, you're going to want to talk about that, how that painful that was and how that person overcame it, or how you as the founder overcame it. Whatever it is, tell that story through your ad angle. Maybe you're running a promotion. Maybe it's Black Friday, Christmas now. The holidays are coming up for Q4. And you want to run a promotion. That's fine. That's another angle. Nothing wrong with that. But just test tons of angles because you don't know what's going to work. Because again, the targeting it all comes back to targeting is not working as well. Tracking is not as good as it used to be. So in order for Facebook to find that subsect of the market that you want to target, you now have to try different ad angles and creatives. So let's move on. Prioritize social engagement audience. Now, I know not all of you have large Instagram followings, Facebook followings, but if you do, let's say over 10, 15,000 followers, you have good engagement, or maybe you have a smaller following, but they are engaging, target those people. Those are more effective audiences, and those are fully tracked. So, because that's public data. So for instance, 180 day, the last 180 days of engagement on your Instagram. People who saved posts on Instagram, people who sent you a message on Instagram. Try these audiences out and build lookalikes based off of them. I should say audiences and lookalikes. So let's just fix that. Whatever, it's fine. So you're going to want to prioritize more social-based audiences for targeting. Because the old days of targeting based off of interest, let's say you're like a fitness brand, you're doing like fitness, jump rope, weight loss, whatever it is, that's not as effective anymore because that data is not as good as it used to be. Now, I'll do verify your domain last, but let's talk about Facebook Conversion API because this solves the tracking issue, or at least, the reporting issue. So, I'm not going to get too into it here. I don't have too much time on this. I'll build another video on that. But Facebook now has a Facebook Conversion API. If you're not technical at all, just go on Fiverr or on Upwork. If you want to be more affordable, go on Fiverr and type in Facebook Conversion API. And, hire one of these guys that uses Google Tag Manager, and this gets much better data because it uses server-side reporting, meaning it's like the actual server itself. So it's tracking from Google Analytics to there, and Google Analytics is fine to track through that. Maybe some of you are using UTMs. That's not as good as Google Tag Manager with Facebook the Conversion API. Now, if you have a development team, great. If not, go to Fiverr or Upwork. But again, get that data because, and I think there's actually, there's some other solutions out there. There's Hyros, there's ClickMagick, there's a bunch of other ones. But this is the one we're implementing for our clients because this gets the best sort of raw data. And we want to have that. So it's more reliable. If you're not technical, go to Fiverr, go to Upwork. Okay, so let's go back. This is just a small one. Verify your domain. Again, I can't show on Facebook. I can't show it right now. It's down. But click Facebook Business Manager domain verification. Get that verified because that makes you more legitimate in Facebook's eyes and will provide you with better data. And just overall is better for you as a brand. So, that's kind of an overview. Hopefully this helped you guys out. I'm going to do more in-depth videos on diving more specific into these things, some of these aspects that I just covered. But now you have an overview and at least you know what's going on, why you're not getting results or why that agency, they didn't see results after iOS 14, you had to fire them. Or maybe you've gone through multiple agencies. Or maybe you're just afraid to advertise because you've heard all the nightmares going on of iOS 14. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Have a plan and execute against it. It all starts with just having the structure and feel obviously if you want to reach out and hop on a free strategy call, or I call them a scale session, no obligation, feel free to do so. And to be honest, most of the people who reach out to me, I can't work with them because you guys don't have the building blocks in place for that, but I will tell you how to get there so that and we can help you eventually, and you can at least try to do it on your own or some sort of a better cost-effective measure. Anyway, that's it, guys. Hopefully this video was helpful. I know that there's a lot of confusion out there, so it should help you guys out. All right, cheers.